Okay, so this will be part 2 of the recording. So I mentioned earlier that at my house I have no access to the internet and kind of trying to figure that out today. At my parents' house, also not the best internet access. But if we don't finish our review, we'll just keep on doing practice on Friday. Okay, let's try to get through more practice problems. Thanks. If we lose connection again, though, we'll just get back to review on Friday, like I said. Okay.
So if you get disconnected again, class will be pretty much canceled in the middle of class?
Yeah, just for today.
Okay.
Yeah, just for today's class. If we lose connection again, we'll see you next time.
Okay.
Where do you live, Professor? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm in Nevada County, so
Okay.
there's a lot of trees and not a lot of good providers.
So you live near Roseville and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah, actually, that would be kind of a bigger area than where
Is that your hometown?
Yes.
I would thought so.
Okay. Let's figure out what this graph looks like. Desmos graphing. Okay. And here we are. fx is the function with 9 over 1 plus e to the power 1 over x. Actually, as I'm typing this, I remember if you have trouble with typing your quiz answers, you can let me know. I'm not trying to be tricky. I'm just trying to help you guys get practice. So, okay. Back to this. So here's our graph, 9 over 1 plus e to the 1 over x. And we're approaching 0. So as we go to 0, let's go from the right. The limit is 0. I have that as we approach from the left. So let's see what's up here. Oh, cool. Nice. So as our function comes over to 0 on the left side, the outputs are going to a limit of 9. And since the limit on the left is not equal to the limit on the right, then this function f of x, the limit as x goes to 0 of f of x does not exist. Oh, cool. And also, I've got the chat back up, and that's all done. Let's go on. Next one is, let's do this. The limit as h goes to 0. Okay, your function is the root of 81 plus h minus 9. All right, let's see if we can do this. We're going to multiply by the conjugate. It's going to be a root of 81 plus h plus 9 over itself. Okay, limit h goes to 81 plus h minus 9. Plus h plus 9, and then copy that. Okay. This will help take care of those radical signs. Now we have 81 plus h. We FOIL everything in the numerator. And then a positive 9 times that root and a negative 9 times that root. So those add up to 0. And then a minus 81. And then we're just going to write h times all that stuff. Okay, this and this add up to 0. This h over h is going to reduce and leave 1 in the numerator. H goes to 0. 1 over root plus h plus 9. And let's let h go to 0. So this goes away. And the root of 81 will be 9. 1 over 9 plus 9. All right. Yay. Sweet. Okay, let's try this other one. We do the limit as x goes to negative 9 from the right. All right. Of x plus 10 over x plus 9. So this isn't one of those problems where there's 0 over 0. If you've got, I'm thinking if you have negative 9 here, then you've got this number 1 in the numerator. So this is going to 1. This is going to, well, this is going to 0, but we'll talk about it. I'm going to just put this here. It'll help me if I just put 9 plus x. It's the same thing. So it's 9 minus 9 here. But these values are not all the way up to negative 9. So this would be 9 and minus this much would leave a little bit of positive value left over. 9 on the right side. So let me write this up here. So it would be some kind of positive small number. We've talked about this being a positive big number or positive infinity. So I hope I explained that, but if you have trouble with the similar problem, just let me know. We'll work it out together. Okay, next. We did this. We already went over that. Let's try. Nah. as x goes to 0 of, in the numerator, it's 3 plus x. The denominator is 3 minus 2x. Minus x to the 4th. All right. Let's see. I guess I wanted to note that the sections that are on the test are going to be 2.1, 2.2, let's see, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and 2.5. That's it. Okay, I do think 2.4 was important, but there's no time this semester. And we haven't done homework for 2.6 or 2.7, so we'll do that on the next test. All right, here, we're going to bring the limit in. And then we'll take the limit. As x goes to 0, this is a 0. This is 0. Here's 0. So 3 over 3, which will be 1 to the power 5, which is still 1. Nice. All right, so let's see what else we could do. We've got time. This one is cool. We have another limit. This time x goes to -8. Let's see. X squared plus 3x plus 2 over x squared minus x minus 2. So we factor the numerator and then factor the denominator. I got x plus 1 times x plus 2. Over x plus 1 times x minus 2. And then x plus 1 over x plus 1 is going to reduce. Let's take the limit. -8 plus 2. Yeah. Over -8 minus 2. So it's a -6 over -10, positive 3/5. Thanks for the answer, by the way, in the chat. Okay, keep on going. Got this one done. So there are problems like that start with this intro. Use continuity to find the limit. And then we'll find the limit. we have the limit as x goes to 1. Of e to the power x squared minus x. This looks kind of familiar, but what we do is e to the x is a continuous function. This is a polynomial, which is also a continuous function. So we can bring this limit into the function. With this exponential function, it looks kind of weird. The limit goes up here. And then of this x squared minus x. All right, for a polynomial, you can just take the limit. So it's e to a power of 1 squared minus 1. E to the 0 power is 1. All right, let's give this one a try. I hope it works out. I kind of made it up on the spot. So again, use continuity to find the next limit. So we're going to try the limit as x goes to pi of sine of negative 3x over 2. Okay, so we can bring this limit into that trig function. Sine of the limit as x goes to pi of negative 3x over 2. This is a line, and you can just take the limit. So put in pi, sine of negative 3 pi over 2. Let's see what that is. So we're going to go backwards because it's negative. So 1 pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, negative 3 pi over 2 would have 0, 1 for sine. Thank you. Did I miss something? Did I miss some I see in the chat a question about possibly the last problem. Well, I have a feeling that maybe there's a question on the side that it was maybe for the last problem, and I'm just thinking, let's try looking at that graph. We have a little bit of time. Okay, let's see what this looks like. And we'll come back and do another example or two before we go. So what is e to power of x squared? Because this looks familiar to me. That's not so bad. Looks like a parabola. E to the x squared minus x. As x goes to 1, right here, we got an output of 1. Okay, I think that's good. Still looks weird though, as a function. And let's try another problem or two before we go. All right. We did this. Okay, we'll start here, and then if we have time, I have another one. And I think that'll be enough. So this function is a piecewise function. It's x if x is less than or equal to 2. And it's 4 if x is greater than 2. So we will fill in the point 2, 2. At the point 2, 4, it's open, and then it just continues to have y equals 4. Okay, so the limit as x goes to 2 from the left. Will be 2. Nice. Limit x goes to 2 from the right is 4. Which means the limit as x goes to 2 of f of x does not exist. Cool. All right, let's do one more, and then that'll be enough practice, I think. Yes, and that is also called a jump discontinuity, right at 2. Okay, let's see. We're going to try. Limit as t goes to 2. Of, okay, t squared minus 9 over t cubed minus 6t plus 8. And the whole thing is squared. So we'll bring the limit in. And then we'll square everything. Okay, so this is a rational function. We can do the limit. Cool. So I found it's 25 over 16. And then, oh, that's the answer. Okay, let's back up. So 2 squared. 2 cubed. 6 times 2 at 8. And then square everything. Then yes, the answer is 25 over 16. All right, so let me make sure that we did all the practice I wanted to do, but I feel like we're good to go. Here and there, we just finished that stuff. You guys can figure that one out, and that's good. We'll work together. Do that together. Okay, so final note that the test has problems similar to what we just went over. There are 15 questions total. It's supposed to take about an hour and 40 minutes, and it's going to be up today at midnight and due next week at midnight. Okay, so that's the end of the meeting.